Everybody knows the halo effect. Whenever you are more attractive, people are going to perceive everything else about you as being more higher end, more attractive as well, such as your personality. But there's also a huge negative halo effect, mostly coming from insecure people projecting, and it comes out to where pretty much the more attractive people have terrible personalities. This is time and time again what I hear, what I see in the comments. This is probably my #1 hate comment out of everything. And what's funny about this is I'm not on here. I'm not on social media to display my personality. I'm here to teach you guys things, man. I'm here to teach you how to be more attractive and how to be taller and occasionally some life lessons. Outside of that, you really don't have to know too much about my personality, especially because I like to keep my personal life private, man. Now, what is a bad personality according to society? So let's just go through some basic traits. So we got rude, egocentric, greedy, biased, aggressive, disrespectful, and manipulative. Well, first of all, I really don't want to dive too deep into it, but these traits actually sound like traits a lot of women are attracted to. You guys are probably already going to get triggered in the comment section, but girls don't like nice guys. I don't know how long it's gonna actually take for people to realize this. Like if you Google a good personality, the first thing that comes up is agreeableness. Girls don't want a guy who's agreeable. Girls don't want a guy who they can just walk all over. And if they do, it's because they want to feel powerful in their relationship. But as a man, I really think that we should be leading. But apparently these are the bad traits, but I'm actually going to go over why more attractive people actually have better personalities. Because there's this perception in the looks maxing community where people say, oh, you're attractive, so this means that you must have a good personality. But the funny thing is, you actually develop a better personality the more attractive you are. So without further ado, let's get it. This is kind of why everything else is actually genuinely cope. You know, like building your personality, taking all these classes and trying to just be that well-rounded person, actually becoming more attractive is actually going to open up your life much, much further than if you were to not do any looks maxing and try to develop your personality. Now, we will go over the first negative whenever it comes to being more attractive, and this is going to be more narcissistic traits. Society perceives any amount of narcissistic traits as being negative, which I actually think is completely wrong. I think there is a scale of narcissism to where you're a full-blown narcissist, you destroy people's lives, and pretty much like you are the worst person ever to be around, versus the other end of the spectrum. You let everyone walk all over you. You're just pretty much everyone's punching bag. Like they can say anything to you. You have no desire to level up, to do better in life, because this means that you see more for yourself than other people. This means that you see a greater vision for your life than what everyone else has envisioned, which is a narcissistic trait, which is where we go in the middle, to where you develop narcissistic traits without actually affecting other people's lives negatively. Like you believe you are very important. You believe you can achieve very great things. You are selfish. You are arrogant. You are all of these things because anyone, I'm telling you right now, anybody who has any pinch of success in this modern era, they believe in themselves, man, and they have all of those narcissistic traits I just mentioned. If you are too afraid to just let this out, then it's really not meant for you, man. But the thing is, whenever you are more attractive, people start treating you differently. You will develop some of these positive narcissistic traits, you know, like having a little bit of arrogance, having that self-confidence, really believing in yourself, and most importantly, knowing that you are that guy, knowing that you are the main character, because this is what it is. When everyone's staring at you when you're walking down the streets, whenever you have more life opportunities, and most importantly, when you put in more work than what everyone else is doing, this kind of does put you in a different league than everybody else. It doesn't mean you're better than anybody, but if you're working harder than them and getting better life results, there should be a bump in confidence that coexists with this. Maybe it's just my own life experience because I have a lot of very attractive male model friends and I've traveled a lot. But from what I've experienced, actually, a lot more attractive people, they seem to travel a lot more frequently. They seem to enjoy life a lot more frequently. And in addition to that, I meet all of these models. Some of the most attractive guys in the world at these castings everywhere, man. And they're some of the coolest guys. And most importantly, they are well traveled. And whenever you're well traveled, This gives you personality unlike anything else. Like if you want to develop a personality, go live in 10 new countries over the course of a couple years, man. You're going to learn new languages. You're going to learn little bits and pieces of different cultures, and you're going to have a better personality than just about anybody. But the thing is, I've noticed a lot of these more attractive, more handsome people, they're willing to take risks like this because, kind of going back to the last point, they believe in themselves. You know, like they have the confidence to kind of start the online business, to start modeling, to do all these different things. And they know that they're not going to fail because of that self-belief, because of that self-confidence. One thing a lot of average people, I don't want to offend anybody, but they have a lot of negative experiences in life. You know, like if girls are constantly rejecting you your entire life, it's going to build up neural pathways within the brain that you cannot get girls. If life is rejecting you, if it's hard for you to get jobs, everything that coexists with being less attractive, you will not have the same confidence as somebody who is more attractive. So somebody who is more attractive, they're going to be more traveled typically, and they're going to have a lot more life stories in general. Even if you're not extroverted as an attractive person, you're going to have to learn how to mask being extroverted because people are always going to try to talk to you. Anytime you go anywhere, people are going to try to spark up small talk. They want to know things about you. They want to know everything about you, you know, and the thing is, there's nothing wrong with this, but naturally with time, you're going to get a lot more extroverted whether or not you like it. But for the average person, let's say you're not as attractive, people don't want to come up to you quite as often. This means that you're getting less life experience with speaking with people, with coexisting with people, creating that small talk, and just general communication, man. So literally, just being more attractive is going to increase your social skills just because other people want to be around you, man. They want to talk to you. When you go to that job that you always thought was out of reach and you get it like the very first try, maybe because you are a little bit more attractive, it's a little bit biased, this is going to do one thing in the brain. It's going to increase the confidence. Whenever you go ask out the girl of your dreams, she says yes. You guys go out. It's a great time. You maybe even hook up with her at the end of the date. Boom, another thing, this increases your confidence. Or back to the job, maybe you start that dream business and you actually have the confidence to actually follow through with it. This is going to give you even more confidence. Attractive people, on average, they will have a lot more confidence because life is going to give them that confidence. Life is telling them, like, whenever you do these things, I'm going to reward you. But then whenever more so average people or less attractive people try to do these things, life is not so forgiving. And you guys, you want to shoot me, shoot the messenger. This is life, man. This is literally the game that we're playing. People love to hate on people who say things like this, but the truth is, this is the truth. You can either complain about it or you can actually play the game. Now, the game is we live in an extremely superficial world where everybody is going to reward people who are taller, who are more handsome, who overall have more confidence, charisma, everything. These are going to be the people who win. So if you want to win, if you want to play the game, you have to level up as if it's life or death. You have to be chiseling the body of your freaking dreams. You have to be putting in the effort to make your skin look the absolute best, to get the haircut that matches your face shape, to actually improve and upgrade your wardrobe. And you guys think this stuff is BS. I don't care because I've seen the difference it makes from being a 5'9" normie to being a 6'6" Chad. Like, people in the world treat you completely differently. You gotta level up, man. But if you do want to be that 6'6" Chad, obviously height is very important. With both my parents being roughly 5'8", 5'9", I grew to be 6'6". I was able to actually optimize my height growth genetics because my projected height was roughly only 6'1", and obviously I managed this height. Now, I believe the number one reason most people don't optimize their height growth is because nutrient deficiencies. 92% of Americans across all social classes are deficient in basic vitamins and minerals. This actually shuts down IGF-1 human growth hormone, closing those growth plates. So you got to pick up Titan Growth 2.0 on my website, kalosique.com, which has 500 to 1000% of all your daily required nutrients to optimize your height growth. Don't forget, guys, I just launched Chad Pills on kalosique.com. Now, Chad Pills literally contains keratin, which is going to make your skin have a natural glow to it. It contains a whole bunch of biotin for the hair, for the nails, everything to make you more attractive. You have to pick this up on kalosique.com right now. We just launched. Use Wayne for 10% off. And don't forget, guys, you have to join Kalos VIP. This is my school looks maxing with my 3-hour looks maxing masterclass, 2-hour height growth masterclass. Right now, we have the female nature masterclass masterclass. Join right now. Link in the description. Every 2 weeks, we hop on a VIP group call with me and all my students. It's the best self-improvement school out there. Gotta join, man. Now, we still do actually have the positive halo effect whenever you are more attractive. Now, what this actually means is that whenever you are more attractive, literally people assume you have a better personality. Women especially assume you have an amazing personality. You go on a date with them, literally, you don't have to say anything. You let her talk 95% of the time. You barely say a single word. She's going to assume that you are just this dark, mysterious, sexy guy. You've lived this insane life. You've traveled all over. You do the craziest things. Maybe you're actually a dork who doesn't do anything. You stay inside all day playing video games. You don't do anything with your life, but you don't tell her that. And she assumes the absolute best. It's the guys who assume that you have a terrible personality if you're just attractive and confident because they're insecure, man. It's their insecurity projecting onto you like a toxin. So it should go without saying that if you want to actually have a better personality, you need to focus on looks first, because society is going to reward looks. Whenever you are more attractive, it's actually going to open up more opportunities for you. You're going to have more job opportunities. It's going to increase your confidence for everything. Now, if you want to become more attractive, I've always told you guys exactly what to do. I mean, I have over 900 videos on this channel telling you how to be more attractive. But step number one, you have to focus on the body. I've always said this. The body is the temple. The physique is the temple. I want you to look like a Greek god, a male model, and actually get serious about it. Like, actually be dialed in, get to that 8% body fat, because even if it doesn't really change the face too much, which it will, it's going to give you a jawline, it's going to give you cheekbones, it's actually going to show you your true looks maximum potential, but most of all, it's going to create discipline within you, because you are going to set out to do this thing, and you're actually going to do it, and then it's creating those positive neural pathways that you can achieve this. You are powerful, and this will extend to everything else. You saw your body change. Now you can even walk in even more so with your looks maxing routine, look even more handsome than you were before. So the body is the temple. Start there, and then start working on the face. Get the haircut, get the wardrobe, start leveling up everything, and then you got to boost that SMV. Never forget that SMV is the most important part. But that's it. Subscribe if you're new. Love you with all my heart. Peace.